Okay, there's YouTube up, close. Okay, visit channel. Because I can still hear me on Twitch, right? Yep, there's Twitch. For Honor and Glory. There we go. Huh, that is pretty cool. Yeah, I got both going at once. Twitch has a faster feedback. All right. Hell yeah, guys. Hell yeah. Live chat. Oh, wait. Oh, don't mess up. Don't mess up. Live chat. Okay. We'll see. Is it still going on audio? We'll see. Yeah. So check. Yep. Yep. All right. We are officially in. I'm running 2 streams at once, and we'll see how that goes. Um, yeah, I got a new headset, uh, along with some other stuff. I hope to actually start streaming now, like actually dive in. The only thing I have left that I want to get is like an actual tower, because I'm running off of a laptop right now. But as you can see, it's not terrible. I mean, I'm able to play Helldivers 2. It's not on graphics that are like ultra or anything. They're on low side, but that's because Helldivers 2 is brand new and that shit is it's pretty. It looks good. I would have to say that probably the highest uh, CPU drain for the games that I have would probably be Wreckfest, because man, with all the effects and dust particles going off and the cars all being super like you hit it here specifically and that's where it shows the damage in the way that you hit it, like that kind of stuff. All right, I'll go. Everyone's Vanguard. All right, check again to make sure that sound still. All right, yeah, we are up and running. That's cool. I love that. Hell yeah, guys. So how's everybody doing today? Having a great day, I hope. Enjoying life, though sometimes it's pretty difficult given the circumstances that we're all under. Whether or not you are for or against one thing, we're all pretty upset about it. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, stuff's wild. I have not checked the news today, so I don't know what's happening currently. I will probably actually start that up as soon as I go pick up my remote. I've been focused on this, getting this running up, and actually got it going. So now because what I used to have to do is I would stream to Twitch and then import it to YouTube and just have it both be videos there. But this way, I don't have to do that. I can just stream to both at the same time and just be done with it. Stop the stream when I'm done, which that's cool. And then I'll check both to make sure that they're both running. Again, I'm hoping to actually like break out and start streaming. Ooh, there's a little bit of lag there. Having 2 streaming programs at once. A little bit of a drain. So I won't be able to do it for high fidelity games, that's for sure. But for like the low rent games for like PS1 and stuff, because yeah, I can see myself having a little bit of difficulty here. I mean, I could still play the game, but I can see like the choppiness of the animation and everything. I don't know how it looks to you guys. YouTube's seeing it. Twitch is really good at like game capture, man. Because I'm looking at both streams right now, and I can see where it's choppy on YouTube, but Twitch is like crystal clarity, which that makes me sad because Twitch doesn't keep its stuff. Still, interesting. That is an interesting little bit of information. You were about to die, my guy. What's going on here? Did you just give up? Alpha or Charlie? They're going at, yeah, he's after Alpha, it looks like, I bet. Either that or he's in Bravo. Fighting right now. Doesn't look like it. They're wiping. There he is. There he is. I see that big ass sword. Yeah. Oh. Ow, dude. That was the only kill I would have had. Okay, wait, no, that's a lie. I came in and I instantly took somebody out. My ass forgetting everything. That's what happens, right? Okay, check again. Oh, that's what happens. Yeah. So yeah, Twitch is streaming almost on where I am. Almost. Meanwhile, YouTube's almost half, I don't know, 20 seconds behind? 20 seconds around. So, again, that is an interesting little piece of info right there. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna... Yeah, so... Okay, yeah. The receive isn't that bad. Pretty sure. Who do I pick? Heavy. Vanguards. Alright. Let's see how that works out. Okay. There's one. Okay. Still both on? Hell yeah. I'm geeked. I'm pretty geeked about this, guys. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty geeked. I'm running literally 2 different software for the same thing, but to go to two different places. But yeah, I don't know about all that. Oh, pay for premium to be able to do this thing that already comes with what we're doing. It's like, you know what? I could just do it myself, I guess. I don't really want to mess with it, you know? Like, what if that program, something goes wrong with it and I spent the money onto that, and like, yeah, I spend money on both, but like, why? Like, why do I even got to spend money at one point? I can just do it like this. Ooh, that's why everybody is, I'll listen to this song real quick and then we'll listen to news and whatever. Which, but it's good to keep up with what's happening, know what to expect in the next couple of however long, you know? Like, she's technically my girlfriend, but we've been together for a long, long time. And we've got a kid together. She's my wife. Practically. Because, like, we've done the promise rings twice, but, like, I don't know. Between our families, and I'm not sure. Like, big money wants they want like weddings to be big, you know, both sides, and it's like, if we were gonna do that, it seems like it'd be a giant waste. The only reason we would even want to get married is for the tax benefits and stuff, you know. Otherwise, there's 0 point other than, oh, we did. Yeah, I was gonna say you didn't have anywhere to dodge to there. You gave yourself up. I'm coming, dude. I'm coming. I'm coming. I got you. Oh, sorry. Yeah, focus on me. Oh. Oh, I tried to parry that. I was off on timing. Where you think you're going, bro? Good fight. I don't even know what my orders are right now. I looked, and I know it's warrior and something else. Probably medic. I think it's medic. Oh. Fuck. Yeah, you thought. Ha ha ha. What's up, buddy? Mister thought he was gonna come up and try and take both kills too, didn't he? You thought. I hate people that do that shit. Like, just run up and I'm gonna take the last hit. Not even gonna benefit you through the battle at all. I'm just gonna take the one hit. And it's like, man, what are you doing this for? What is this idiocy? Stop it. Oh, alright. You go ahead and take him. I'll take this guy. That's what I said. Oh! Damn it. I'm not parrying right. Oh, no, no. Sorry, I'm listening to Bushes of Love. I love this song. It's funny. The bad lip reading Star Wars songs, they get me. They're funny. And they're pretty good, actually. Like, music theory speaking. Oh, I didn't know there was a guy right there. Good block. Why are you fighting him? Don't. Hey, fucker. You thought. I was gonna say, I don't even need the execution. You just being a jerk. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I was trying to do an attack there. Good fight. Wow, 11 kills. Not bad. Decent. Decent. Waiting in the bushes of love. The crescent, you know, I used to glide on my speeder. Hope I don't find what I don't want to find. Yeah, like the production of the music, the design of the harmony. It's decent. I don't like it. I don't want to like. Oh, it's dueling. I want to praise something that I don't know much about. I gotta go duel, guys. Sorry. And then I want to do hero, last hero standing. Because like, sorry, excuse me. There was I was talking about it in a previous stream, and that would have been like half a year ago at this point. There was a video in the very first year of For Honor, maybe like the first 2 years of For Honor, since it like came out, and there was a video, and you can still look it up on YouTube. That's it's the the Kensei, the Warden, and the Raider, but it's not really the Raider. It like the weapon set of the Varangian, but turns into the Raider. Like the Varangian, and I think it's a guy, not a chick. He finds a puddle of water. There's like barely any, but it's the last water, and he's thirsty. And he goes up, he takes a drink, and he's like, "Oh, thank God!" He drops out his weapon and his shield.
Round one.
But then all of a sudden, samurai, or the Kensei, a samurai comes up and he just fucking hits him and like shoves him. Doesn't even hit him, just kind of shoves him off the water. And he says, and he looks at him, and then he doesn't say anything. He looks at him, and he takes his sword, his katana, or daikatana, or odachi. He takes the odachi and like
Victory.
puts the line in the sand, right, with the sword tip, and it's over the water in front of it, so that the Viking is on the other side. And the Viking is like, well, then I gotta fight for this water. But then all of a sudden, after he picks up his stuff, a longsword comes out, or a broadsword, whichever you want to call it, with the Warden's weapon. And right now is like an event where it's that Warden. When that video is playing, it's the first Warden, the one that throws down the sword, jumps down, picks up the sword. Now all three of them are looking at each other, and they're about to fight over the water. Well, that's currently the event right now. It's a one-on-one. So it's three people, but they're all on different teams, so to speak. It's a free-for-all. And it was like a callback to that video. I'm just so geeked about it, because like this is the For Honor got it so close. I feel they got it so close. Like the fact that I can fight against bots with players is awesome. Any game, Chivalry got that wrong. Chivalry was like, oh, you want to train? Well, let's put other players on the other team too. Half of the teams are bots and players, or there's like 4 players or whatever, or 5 players. That's not going to help new players. You know what I mean? Because old players can still go in there, rep, or it's not rep, but it's level 1000 in Chivalry 2. Players will be in those training matches. Because like I was in the training, I've still not level 100 on Chivalry 2. I kind of stopped playing it because it's like Mordhau, but better. It's definitely more fun than Mordhau. I will say that if you're in a toss-up between Mordhau and Chivalry 2, I promise you, if you're playing it for the fighting, Chivalry 2 will make you far more happy. It is a little bit mechanic based though. It's like a halfway point between For Honor and Mordhau. Chivalry 2 is, because in Chivalry 2, any attack can stop your attack. It doesn't matter if it's a shove or what, or I think the only thing that doesn't is a kick, maybe. Anyway, there are mechanics to where if you're in a fight, and it's been a while since I played it at this point, it's not even installed because I was installing other games and I have to put it back on, whatever. Oh man, I don't know if I can even remember it now, because I didn't get too into it, but I understood the mechanics when I was playing it. Like I completely got it. It's a bash, strike, kick. There is no grab. You can't grab, and even if you could grab, you would never get close enough to do so most times, really. Like if a new player, yeah, you could probably do that, but yeah, you won't be grabbing in Mordhau or Chivalry 2, whereas you can guard break in this, and you can grab them, you can guard break or throw. But like a hit will stop your wind up for your attack, because there's light attack and then there's the heavy attack. The difficulty of fighting, because like if it was just those mechanics, really it's a fuck all pot shot to whoever's gonna win. It's all, whatever. The mix up is where you can feint in this. You can feint your attacks, like a heavy attack. You can only cancel, a light attack in Chivalry 2. You cannot cancel a heavy attack, like a strong attack, because if you hold it down, you'll do a strong attack. Because there's horizontal, vertical, and then stab. Or, wait. Yes. And then, like, if you're playing on a controller, it's R1 to light hit. It's R2 to swing horizontal, it's L1 to swing vertical, and it's R1. It's L1 to swing vertical, R1 to stab, or like left bumper, right bumper, and then right trigger to side swipe. It's almost like Warhaven was. However, you can, like in Mordhau, you can counter attacks by blocking, or so it's a riposte. You block and then you strike, and that's your counter, right? But if you do the same type of strike before, like just before they hit your guard, you will already be striking them as they hit you, but their hit won't do any damage. That's what the counter system would be. Now, back to what I was saying before with what the mix-up was. Feinting is, in Chivalry 2, it's going for one style of attack, vertical, horizontal, thrust. And this also goes to bashes and kicks as well. Kick breaks guard. Kick is your guard break. So if you kick somebody that's guarding, they'll break their guard and like they'll go, oh, and their arms will be like down, and like you had just actually like kicked their shield out of their hand, but they still have their shield. They will not be able to block in time for any of your attacks. You get an automatic free hit if you do that, if you kick somebody who's guarding. Sorry. A bash, like if you click in the right stick, that's your bash. If you press circle or B for Xbox, if you press circle or B, that's your kick. The bash is basically just a quick enough attack that you can stop their attack mid-swing kind of thing. You can switch from a horizontal to a vertical, or a vertical to a horizontal, or either to a thrust, or any of those attacks to a bash or kick. So there's where your difficulty in Chivalry 2 is. It's learning those mechanics first. Yeah, I know I could have just spammed top heavy. I know. Because I've got a wild and a monologue. There's just too much going on. Those mix-ups, those are the feints. When you switch from horizontal to vertical, that's what they classify as the feint. Whereas in For Honor, that's a feint. You fake out the attack. It's still a fake out, but you're automatically going to attack in Chivalry 2. Whereas they call the feint in Chivalry 2 that, when I go to this and then cancel, that is called just a cancel. A cancel attack. Like you cancel your attack. Whereas in For Honor, it's a feint. And you cannot cancel your light attack. If you throw a light attack, you are dedicated and you are going to throw that light attack unless you are stopped. Like you cannot stop it yourself. The only attacks you can stop are your heavy attacks. And like, I don't know, I haven't really thought about it yet, and I started to think about it. Sorry, I haven't really like got into it, but some like Jiang Jun JJ, the Guan Yu dude, um, he can cancel his side attack. Tian D, he can cancel his side heavy attack. Tian D is like the Xiaodun dude or girl, whichever it is. Here, let me. Tian D. Jiangjun, JJ. Everyone just calls him JJ. Uh, and Zhan is probably everyone's. It's either Zhan or Shaolin is everyone's favorite Wu Lin heroes. I see them the most. Zhan Hu and Xiao. I'll play Xiao. What am I doing? I didn't even. I was just in the hero menus, not the actual decide. Um, I don't know. Like I said, as you can see, I've got everybody up to rep 1 or higher. Like the new Varangian, I do not have up past level or rep 1 yet. Nusha and Xiao, I don't really play, but I'll play Xiao right now because I'm not terrible with him. I know his mix-ups. I know every character's mix-up. I know all, if not all, almost all of their little tricks and stitches. And I say this almost every time I stream it, but like, once you know everybody's little tricks and you know the very base mechanics of this game, you can become a god. That is all you require. I know everyone comes in. It's timing, strategy, and mechanics. Those 3 things. If you can get those 3 things down, you can become a top tier. No, I can't say top tier because you need reflexes specifically for top tier. That's the big deciding factor. Ooh. Good. Alright. Yeah, my favorite thing to do with Xiao is
Victory.
and then side, trip, smash. I like to do that most.
Round 2.
But in order to do that, I have to be holding light attack. Because that's how you go into chi stance. You hold either light or heavy. And that's his cancel, actually. You have to be in chi stance. See? That sweep, if you do it right, if you time it right, it does not matter if they dodge. They have the smallest window, the absolute smallest window to actually pull off the successful dodge. If you just slightly hold off on doing the trip, if you can get the trip right on the tail end of its activation, you're almost going guaranteed to hit them with it. And then, yeah, I have to be holding light. Ooh. Dodged too early. Yeah, see, it's almost all timing, strategy, and knowing the mechanics. Reflexes are for top tier. Like if you have good reflexes, you'll be set in this game. This is design wise speaking, I feel like For Honor is still, of the games I've played, there are more that I have not played, but of the combat, area games, not the one-on-ones and stuff, because one-on-ones have a whole different set of mechanics. Like I play Soul Calibur 6 and I love that game. That game is so fun. I don't know. I love Soul Calibur. I love Tekken. I love King of Fighters. I love early Street Fighters. I do not like the new Street Fighters. I have played 4. I did not play 5. 4. It's hard to say with 4 because like it was almost amazing. It was almost amazing. Something about it just threw me off. Uh, but yeah, there's just something about it. And again, like, if you guys ever have a game that you want to see, because I've got a literal butt ton, an actual butt ton. Um, I'm talking 7 terabytes, over 7 terabytes of literally just video games. That video games and the pictures of the covers of those video games. That's it. Or like operating system stuff, like of the computer, getting it to run, the PS4's internal uh, framework, stuff like that. Uh, it's just video games, all video games, and it's kind of depressing actually thinking about it, because despite all that space, there's still not enough. I'm still at the point where it's like I don't have that many new games. I still have new games and stuff. Like, if you look through my Steam, there's tons of games, absolute tons of games. I've seen people with more. Trust me, I don't have 1,000 games or nothing like that. But I have a game for every mood of mine. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm in a bad mood, I have a game for it. If I'm in a great mood and I don't want to be angry, I have a game for it. If I'm tired of melee combat, I have a game for it. If I'm tired of almost everything, I have a game for it. If there is literally, I just want to walk around and that's it, I have a game for that. I have multiple games for that, actually. I have LSD Simulator, that old PS1 game. Sorry, I was concentrating on like getting through what I was saying there, and then I kind of went like not even thinking about it. That's the horrible thing about this combat. I feel like they made it so everything was super balanced. They're trying to do that, and that's great. I love that. I love you. Make it so that every character is worth playing for some reason. You know what I mean? Balanced. I love that. However, I can look away from my screen. I'm not even playing you, and I can win. See? As long as you know what you're doing, you don't have to really pay attention. I just perfected that fight, and I barely thought. Barely. It's all experience and muscle memory. That's literally all this game is. And honestly, I feel like that's the closest thing to a real life fight scenario that I've seen in a fighting game. Like, For Honor captures it the closest. Closest. It doesn't capture it perfect, obviously. It's a video game. The only video games I'm going to ever see that are going to capture it perfect are going to be in VR, you know? Too late. But I'm not even kidding you. I have, ooh, good. That side heavy takes just long enough to pull out that a dodge attack, he'll see it go through and hit you within that dodge attack. It's like Valk's is too short, but if you're really close, you can catch them with them. Or like JJ, he has his hyper armor on his initial heavy. The only time you should ever be pulling out initial heavy with JJ is when you're going to do this. When they dodge attack or are going to guaranteed hit you, there's nothing you can do about it. You just white armor, you hyper armor through and nail them. That's JJ's a niche character. He's super strong, but if you don't know what you're doing with him, you will die super fast because he doesn't have the highest health value, and he's also just slow enough. You know what I mean? He's just slow enough. He's like HL. HL would be God tier if he were a little faster. But that's why they made him that way. Like, HL has that light hard counter where he'll cancel out the enemy's attack. Like, his initial light will do a cancel unless it's unblockable, whatever, or like whatever. But he has to pick up his sword on that initial attack. So almost all of Highlander's tech is slow enough to parry. Almost all of it. The only thing that is not It's almost unreactable. Like the only thing that you could almost go unchallenged with is his pommel bash when he goes into second form. When he has like his sword full on just in one hand, and he's gonna badass it. When you press light attack on that, and he smashes him with the hilt of the sword. That's the only attack that is full on almost unreactable. That's the only one. Everything else, HL, if as long as you don't even try to parry, HL is not a fucking challenge at all. Yorm is pretty tough. It's they have. I love this song too. This is the Helldivers JT song that came out not that long ago. Yorm is quick for a heavy character. And honestly, Yorm is one of the more OP heroes, if I had to be honest. Like, if you know what you're doing with Yorm, nobody can stop you. Yorm is actually one of the toughest heroes to fight a person who knows what they're doing. Because it's all just stamina drain without even trying. It's like Centurion used to be. And it's not nearly as nasty as that, trust me. They kept the values pretty standard, but like just this? Are you kidding me? Bro cannot do anything. Bro literally couldn't do shit. He just stood there taking it. So I don't know what else. Yeah, like YouTube's a full fight behind there, just now starting. But yeah, no, just unchallenged. And while they, yes, are technically barred to 1, 2. That's its attack. 1, 2. You can do this. 1, 2. Area attack. Heavy. Or light again. Like, that area attack inclusion with it, because it can combo in and out. That's why I use it in the middle. It can combo in and out. It makes Yorm so nasty because you can fake him out so well. Yorm is one of the hardest, in my opinion, to full-on fight. Orochis can be nasty, but they're predictable. They're very predictable. Yorm is not. Oh, I was going to show you the... Come on, let me parry you. Come on. Come on. I know you're scared. But you gotta do something. There you go. Don't just do light attacks, though, man. I want to parry you. This is the last fight. Ah, it was too late. I didn't. The fact that he threw this, that when you do the parry, you go to parry him. If you do guard break right as you do that, just like with Warlord, just like with Centurion, just like with Gladiator, if you do that, you just bury him. You just bury him. It's so nasty. Yorm is so rough. And like, at the end of the day, what are you gonna do? You know, like, the most you can do is only guess with Yorm. A person who knows they're playing Yorm and like actually, what's my order? 2 more. A person who knows how they're playing Yorm, dude, no, so nasty, so nasty, because those unblockables come fucking flying out. It's so bad. You get it's like fighting Centurion year 1 when he came out. He was so scary. He was so scary. I literally chose not to play him because everybody was playing him like assholes. So I just played everybody else because back then it was just these two. Those were the new ones. It was 4 heroes per faction. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. And then these 2 just came out. Or no, is this one and Shino. Yeah. Sent and Shino were the first two released heroes. And pretty sure then it was... Oh man, thinking back that, because this was like 8 years ago almost, man. I'm pretty sure it was Glad and HL. And then it was Sham and Aura. I'm not 100% positive, but I think that was the way the order they came out. And then after that it was Wulin released with these four. And then it was BP. It was BP. And then it was I think it was Hito. And then it was Yorm. And then it was Jean, I think. It's either Jean and then Warmonger or Warmonger and then Jean. I'm pretty sure it was Jean and then Warmonger, though. And then... Or no, Kyoshin came out before Warmonger. Didn't they? Man, I don't know. Because, like, once Kyo came out, everything started to, like, really melt together, and people were starting to really phase out of the game at that point. I do know that Griffin came after Warmonger. Not only because of the setup, but just because I remember that was how, like, Griffin came out, and that's about the time that I stopped. And when Griffin came out, I stopped for a couple of years. When I came back, these guys were all here. Or no, it was these two. Or these three. Pirate, Fira, Med. And then Ocelotl was coming out as I came back. Or no, Medjay was coming out, then Ocelotl came out. So yeah. Speaking of, I kind of want to play... You know what? I'll just play Varangian, because, like, I don't ever really play Varangian. Pretty good hero, though, I will say. A little broken, because, as I was saying before, with HL, and Valk also has it, that light start, the light opener, having that cancel mechanic. Varangian has that, except Varangian has that with both of her attacks, as long as they're light attacks. You can go light, and dominate pretty much everybody. The only times you can't do that is when it's an unblockable attack. And if people know that's what you're going to do, they can eat you up. Oh, too slow. I was going for an attack on the side, but they went from the top. Yeah, that. You just literally sink them, because you can do that on 1 and 2. You have a block on 1 and 2. We see when I attack, my shield lights up. See that light up? You'll see it on no matter what direction I'm attacking from. When that shield shines, if anyone's attacking you during that, you'll go straight through it. And their combo with the heavy finisher, you guard break after, and you just continue through. The only time that you'll have to stop, the only time you'll have to stop is if you miss one of the attacks. But you can just, after he does that, they lock into the person with the axe, and then you guard break and you'll shove, and then you get a free light after that. You get the unreactable light. The only times you ever really get unreactables are paired with other attacks. Like, technically, and I know, guys, I know over there on the consoles, you guys are like, there's no fucking way. You guys have it worse. See, on PC, we have it pretty easy comparatively to you because I think you guys are topped off at 30 FPS. I think you guys are topped off at 30, whereas I'm at 60. I have all the frames to see, basically. I haven't seen this one. I have all the frames comparatively to you seeing only half of the frames. It's literally twice as hard to react to light attacks for you guys as it is for me. That's partially why I moved. It's not the main reason, but it is partially why I moved to PC with this game. It's partially why I moved to PC, period, because all games, you'll see it. You'll see that across the board. Consoles run at 30 FPS for stability, for the graphics, for everything. You know what I mean? Like, just to have a good atmosphere for when you're playing, that ease. That's the difference between consoles and PCs that I hear everybody say. And I can guarantee you they're absolutely fucking right. The fact that you can just turn the thing on and play a game. That's all you need to do. Whereas with a computer, you got to set that thing up. If something goes wrong, you got to figure out what went wrong. No, with a console, you could just wait until, if something goes wrong, you wait until they figure it out, and then you just play it again when it's done. That's it. But yeah, no. Again, like, For Honor, and it's not perfect made. It's very well made comparatively, though. Um, but yeah, the fact that the Varangian has those light cancels on both of her attacks, not just the opener, but also the finisher. The light opener and light finisher both have that. It's not mechanic. That's not the word I'm looking for. That attribute. They have that attribute, that ability. You know, to completely cancel out most attacks. And I'm talking even heavy attacks too, as long as they're not unblockable. I'm pretty sure. I've never actually tried it for a heavy attack, I don't think, but I'm pretty sure I've seen it happen. Again, I don't get too chancy with a lot of the stuff that I do. I go for guarantees. See, that would have been my chanciest one right there. And the only reason I'm playing stupid is because I'm playing against the computer. And I know they'll give me certain things. There are certain ones, like if a computer, if you get a hit off, and then they block on the side. There's some time, I don't remember. I can't figure it out. I don't know. It's subconscious to me. Like, a lot of this stuff about this game, I can't totally explain it because a lot of it is I've never actually like gotten into the mechanical. I've seen people have the full charts, and this character has 300 millisecond light opener, and it's like, okay, I can see that with my eyes. I don't know the exact values. I don't know the exact properties, but everything in the time that I've played and that I've seen change through the years, because dude, this game was so much different when it first came out. A lot of people playing it now do not realize it was almost entirely a different game. Like, this right now is For Honor 2, right, that we're playing, because they changed stuff halfway through year 2 or 3. I think it's when the Wulin released, or a little bit before the Wulin released, where one, when you're setting up your fighter, your armors, your weapon pieces, right? You know how you get your feats? Okay, feats were not a thing back then. Okay, which one am I? Wait. The one that's specific to the hero parts, like these. Rebound and so on and so forth. I haven't even touched my med J's. Those didn't exist. Those were not a thing. Those are new. Your pieces before could be broken as hell because one piece of your equipment was specifically your attack stat. You could have a 5% increase on attack stat for however many pieces of armor, or it would be your weapon for attack. How many pieces of your weapon you have with that attack heightened. You'll have to give up certain other, like one other thing, or part of it. You'll have to make like your stamina recovery slightly slower, because that was the thing. It was attack, defense, stamina recovery, stamina drain for when you attack them and they block. It was all that for each piece, you know what I mean? There's 3 values per each piece of equipment. You don't have that anymore. I don't know how many of you guys even know that that was a thing. Like, this was a massively different game. The peons. Now we got the pikemen in Breach. Those guys are nasty. Yes. Okay. Before Breach wasn't a thing, before the Breach pikemen weren't a thing, the little peons, you know how you could just like walk through them and attack them and you'll take out 2, 3, or 4? No, that was not a thing unless you were lock-on combat specifically. If you were just walking through trying to attack them, you had special animations for every character. For every single fighter, they had special animations for taking down like little one-hit kill enemies. Like, it's so hard. If you play the story mode on this, you will reset to year 1 mechanics, so you will see those peon kills if you go into story mode, but you will only see them in the times that you have peons in that mission. So certain characters, you may never see those animations ever again, period. The one that you'll see the most of will be Valk, because Warden. The one you'll see most of is Warden, because Warden is the character that you're playing on the Breach type match. Again, that wasn't a thing back then. That it was super cool to think of, oh, walking the ram up and we got to stay by the ram and people are trying to take us out with catapults and stuff and we have to have... That was cool. It's different than what I thought it was going to be, but it's cool. That was just a mission in the story mission. We never played that multiplayer. That wasn't a thing. So, like, again, this game is massively different now. They changed it a lot. Not like to a... Not like to a too massive of a degree. Here, I gotta make sure that I didn't fuck with it. Give me a second. Okay, yeah, they're both going. I think I'm a little quiet though. Like, I don't know if it's this mic, but it's like a little far away from my head, and I can't really adjust. Maybe that is that helping a little bit? Maybe it wasn't open up enough. Is that helping a little bit? It sounds like it.
Round 1.
Yeah, it sounds like it helped. It's just rubbing against my shoulder, and it kind of closes. But yeah, no. It was super interesting to see this game come into its fold where it is now. I'm not totally happy with what they chose to do. However, oh, okay. Is it because I talk shit on you guys? What the fuck? I was singing praises. I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna shut these streams and then I'm gonna come back with a different game. It was good to talk about this game though so extensively to both these streams. I liked it. That was fun. But yeah, give me a second, guys. I'll come back. I don't know what you guys want to see. Um, if you let me know, I'll definitely. Cause here, I'll walk you through just the tiniest bit. Uh, display. Shut the game. There. All right. Now both of you guys are seeing. All right. All of these from here, this one, all the way to here is all emulator. And I'm talking like this is PlayStation, DuckStation. Yeah, if you play PlayStation and there's ever a game where you're like, man, this would look so cool if these textures weren't so low res or muddy, get DuckStation. There's specifically this stuff. No. Yes. Geometry correction. Looks like advanced, maybe. Yeah, it's different from what I remember it, but like I figured it all back out. I just haven't touched it in a bit. You can do a lot of stuff. See, the ones I use are geometry correction being the most important. Basically, it makes everything cleaner. And then if you render for widescreen, you'll force the aspect like you have to have downsampling, and I'm running it at 4 times. And you can run it at higher resolution. That's the big thing. You can run it at higher resolution with geometry correction right here. Oh man, oh man. Like I don't know if you guys remember how bad some of these games look, but they were pretty hard to look at now. I'll say that they are pretty hard to look at now. But with this emulator, there's LSD. I'm super proud of having this one. I love that I have this one. Uh, like Metal Gear Solid, I can think of at least 3 scenes where this DuckStation makes such a difference. You can Final Fantasy is another one. Any Final Fantasy game, all the background textures and stuff, this cleans them up so much. But yeah, no, I got games and games and games and games and games and games and games. Oh, and guess what? This one's got to load because there's a lot. Come on, this one's got to show up. But I mean, you can see like it's still loading them in. I've got way more than this on the. This is the Dreamcast, as you can see. It's on the side of all the games. But you see what I'm saying though? Like yeah, they're still going. I've got just an absolute monstrous amount of games. And I'm talking monstrous. I don't have that many PS3 games, but these are all huge too, compared to all the other ones before. Yeah, I'm a sucker for Soul Calibur. If you can't tell, I love this. If you hover over, it'll actually play the one of the videos that it's attributed to. Like this one, you'll see. I'm pretty sure. Maybe not. There we go. Yeah, just see. Yeah, it'll play like little videos for you, just to show you like what to expect. And it's not every single one, obviously, but the fact that any of them at all. I know this one does. Yeah, I was gonna say I know this one does. The fact that any at all do this is super cool to me. Yeah, no, emulation has come a real long distance since I was first looking into them when I was in high school and I was trying to figure them out, and the PS2 was practically just unrelentingly notorious for just not being worth it. Now with the version 1.7 and up, uh, PS2 emulator, 98%, and I'm talking like a very wide amount. You just get the emulator, put it in this, and or get the ROM, put it in this, and it runs perfectly, almost perfectly. So on some games, most games run perfectly. This game still doesn't work. Or Warriors Orochi 1 didn't work. I got rid of it. But yeah, no, I mean I've got, and it's not all the games, but it's all games that I know I like and enjoy. Like I have played all of these games at some point. Okay, maybe not all of these games. Some of them are curiosities, like Chaos Legion. I haven't ever played Chaos Legion, but I hear it's good. I heard it was a lot of people liked it. Um, but most of the games I have played and I know I like, and most of the reason why I have them is because of nostalgia. Like I have owned 98% of these games. Like there may be a couple where I did not, but that would have been through lack of the ability to get, like I just could not find it or something. But and a lot of it is my son. I've got a son, and when he gets to a point where he's out there exploring games, on his own, I want to give this to him and just have him have this trove, this literal trove of old games that I know I like. And I don't know if he will like them. However, I got them for him and me, but mostly for his future when he grows up and gets curious like I do. Maybe he won't, maybe he will. And if he doesn't, well then that's good. You know what? Maybe he can delete them all and have this amount of space for whatever he wants. You know, it won't be in my, like I'll have whatever I have when I give this to him. Maybe I'll keep this hard disk and copy the files to something to give to him. But like, you know what I mean? It would be super nice for him to be able to actually, yeah, XMU doesn't like to close. It hates it when I do that to it. But I mean, we got this regular Nintendo, Genesis, Super Nintendo, PS1, new Nintendo 64, Dreamcast, PS2, Game Boy Advance, uh, GameCube and Wii, Xbox, DS, PSP, Xbox 360, PS3. And then I have a PS4 right there. I'm looking at it right now, and it's got over 2 terabytes of games on it. And we have a Switch, and we have an actual N64, an actual PS2, an actual Wii, with 4 actual Wii controller Wiimotes and 2 sets of nunchucks. Uh, this is a gamer house. Like I was raised on games. My girlfriend, she's from a house of gamers. I know games. I have known games most of my life. If I had to say one thing about video games, it's that it's been sort of a little security blanket to me when times are hard. I can kind of disassociate through these. It's that sense of accomplishment when I beat San Andreas as whatever age I was. You know what I mean? It was that kick of I should not have been playing this, but damn it, if I wasn't able to beat something that most other people just couldn't. The fact of the matter of getting all of the characters in Dynasty Warriors 3 and getting all of their fourth weapons and such and such and such, and unlocking all of the characters in Budokai Tenkaichi 3. You know, having all of the tracks in Destruction Derby arenas when you had to unlock them to play. You had to be first place, not in the story mode, but in the arcade mode, and you could do that two-player to make it easier for you. But the only way to unlock the final Destruction Derby arena, they call it like the place where you smash into each other, the actual area that you fight, and the last race, which are neither of those are in the story or the championship. You have to place first in all of the other tracks, both race and destruction derby. Like you place first in all the races in the quick race mode, and it unlocks the last track. You play all the destruction derbies, get first in the quick race mode, and it gives you the final destruction derby arena. And like while a lot of these games I did, yeah, most of these games I did have, a lot of them I wasn't able to beat in the time frame that I had them. People stole them from me. Like I don't want to get into that. It was pretty rough. I don't know. Like I said, this is part of my life. It's always been part of my life. And yeah, I might be a little bit of a nerd. Yeah, I might be a little bit of a dork. But I'm able to remain happy because of this. I'm able to remain okay with the problems happening around, the stuff that I can't do anything about. You know what I mean? The stuff bigger than I'll ever be. Maybe I won't. Maybe it won't be. Maybe I'll be big enough to take them on one day. I don't know. The fact of the matter is, these have helped me. And everybody's like, "Oh, well, what makes you a gamer? How much games do you have to play?" I only play half an hour a week. The enjoying a game, any game. I don't care if it's Candy Crush. I don't care if it's Tetris. I don't care if it's Nintendogs. Any game that you enjoy, that makes you a gamer. You don't have to play it on hard mode. You don't gotta 100% it. You don't even have to beat it. But the fact that you enjoyed your time, that makes you a gamer. To me. You talk to somebody else, they'll be like, "Oh, you need to be putting in 60 hours a week to be a true gamer." I don't care about that. I don't play games for a career. This is the closest I am to it, is talking to you guys. And right now, I don't know how it'll be in the future, but right now, I'm talking to myself. And you know what? That's okay. Because I love video games. They've helped me a lot. I'm pretty sure they've helped my father a lot. And I hope they help my son a lot. And the times that I'm not able to be there for him and help him when I'm, at work and he can't call me because he's at school, whatever, I hope the thought of, oh, that person in history did this. That was like this person from the video. Having that connection, it can help, anything. I don't know. I'm talking